Welcome. Akwaaba. We are here today again on Sunday, the 18th of October. Getting ready for another session. Greetings to D-Man, Monica, Queen PB. Welcome for joining. As always, thanks for your support. I'm kind of looking forward to today. I'm probably looking forward to 1:30 because I try to make these out a little bit more difficult. I don't know if I'm going to regret it or not. But anyway, hope you enjoy it and get cracking. Have your water handy. Have your towel handy. Again, if you're new, my name's Mark. Do listen to your body and go at your pace. Don't overdo it. Don't try and kill yourself. But most of all, enjoy the flow we're going to do this morning. And we're going to start on our backs. Queen P's going at it. We're going to start on our backs today. A bit more walk down to one side. If you've got a block, you may or may not need a block, but just put it against one side. Just can rest on our backs, slide down. Just come to a bit of stillness before we kick off. So you come into that Shavasana pose, the corpse pose. Just close your eyes. Just take note of your body here. Maybe fan out your toes, fan out your fingers. Just become aware of different parts of your body that you tend to ignore during the week, during the days. Just massage the base of the skull by rocking your head from side to side. Just lengthen out your arms over and above your head. Really stretch out the body so you're waking up. And release. Bring your arms back towards your sides. Take a stretch across the front of the body. So lift your right arm up and just take it over your body, over towards the left-hand side. And then use your left arm just behind the right elbow, just to bring a stretch to your right shoulder. Take a deep inhale in and exhale to release. Take your arms back towards beside you. So lift your left arm up. Take your left arm up across your body. And just use the forearm of your right arm behind the left elbow. Again, just to bring a nice stretch to the left shoulder. And release. We're going to start with some butterfly punches. So I'm going to take our feet to Baddha Konasana legs, so your feet together, your knees are apart. It's a nice gentle warm up for the abs. Take your hands into interlace behind the heads. And just come and crunch up on my count and keep going until say stop. So the inhale will come out, exhale to come down. So just crunching through the belly. So let's go. Just crunch up, take your gaze to your navel and come back down. You're not bringing any movement to your legs here. Your legs are staying on the ground. You just bring your shoulders up. Don't lift the head up. It's not just head movement coming up and down. You won't be doing too much if your head's just coming up and down. You're trying to lift your shoulders up off the mat and really crunch into your belly. Let's go for another 15, 14, 13, 12. Remember to take your shoulders off the mat here. Just warming up the abs before we get cracking. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold it there for 5, 4, 3, be up and high with your shoulders, 2, 1, and relax down. Just draw your knees together, and then just hugging your knees to your belly. Just interlace the front of your knees. Start to massage out for your lower back, taking your movement first clockwise and then anti-clockwise. Just give some love to your lower back here. And then start to rock and roll. Keep yourself in a nice ball. Just rocking up and down, massaging up over the length of the spine. Just keep going. Just keep nice and tight. And hover your heels off the mat, trying to put your feet down as you come up. Let's go for one more, then let's all meet in boat pose. So you're up high on your bum here. Let's take our shins, so our shins are parallel with the mat. And once you've got your stability, just take your arms either side of your shins and we'll just hold in here. You lengthen out through the back, so draw your shoulders back. And see if you can take your legs straight. If you can't, feel free to hold them parallel. We'll hold in here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then start to rock and roll again. Up across the length of the spine. 2, and on the third one, let's all meet again in high boat. Again, taking your shins parallel to the mat. Once you get stability, lengthen up through your back and take your hands again either side of your shins. Hold there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Really bring awareness to your abs here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just rock and roll again for 3 more. 1, 2. On the third one, let's come up and over. Just cross your legs over. Come up onto the hands. This will meet in tabletop. It's going to bring a few stretches, a bit of movement to our backs before we kick in. So I'm coming into some cat and cow. So as you do, start to take your gaze out towards the front diagonal. On the inhale. On the exhale, push your hands into the mat. Engage through your core. Look at your navel. And go for 2 more. Roll the shoulders back as you come up. Bow and roll the belly down. And push into the mat. Let's go for 1 more. Inhale to look up. Exhale, take a gaze to your navel. Come back to a neutral spine. Just curl the toes under and just start to lift the knees no more than 2 inches off the mat. So just holding it there. Just rocking forwards on the toes. So you're just 2 inches off the mat. Really using your core here. Your core should start to burn in a little while. I'm going to keep holding it here. I'm going to bring a bit more intensity. Rock forwards and backs on the toes. Put your knees off the mat. Your core muscles might start to switch on here. Start to burn. And then push up to our downward facing dog. So we'll find our first inverted V here today. So bring a sense of equilibrium in terms of weight distribution between your hands and your feet. Energetically draw your feet towards the mat, your heels towards the mat. Lengthen through the back. See if you can put your hips any further into the air. Take a deep inhale in, draw in your belly, and exhale. Release that through the mouth. Again, inhale through the nose, and exhale. Blow it out. Let's go for 1 more. Inhale through the nose. This time, come to Ujjayi breaths. Exhale through the nose. On your next breath, with the first, start by lifting that right leg up towards the back diagonal. If it's not quite there for you, feel free to take your right leg so it's parallel to the mat. And let's bring it in as we go knee to nose. Again, let's take it all the way up towards the back diagonal. Hold it there. And then draw it forward, knee to nose. Let's go for 1 more. Your shoulders might be switching on here a little bit. Knee to nose. Hold it for 3, for 2, for 1. Let's all come back into downward facing dog. Just come up high on the toes. And start to draw them back down. Take the other side. This time the left leg goes towards parallel. Or going all the way up towards the back diagonal. Curl your toes in towards your face. And let's go knee to nose. Inhale to go up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, up for 1 more. Hold it there. And then draw it in, knee to nose. And hold it there for 3, 2, 1. Place your foot back down onto the mat as we all meet down facing dog. Stop high on the toes and tiptoe forward, tiptoe 1 inch at a time. Staying high on the toes. And let's all meet at the front of the mats. Take opposite hands, opposite elbows. Just rock from side to side. So we find a bit of space in our hamstrings here. With our feet hips apart, just relax the arms down to the mat. Let's first start by taking the right hand. So really bend into your knees so you can take a grip underneath your left foot. So we bend as far as you can so you've got that grip. So it's right hand to left foot, and start to lift that left hand up towards the ceiling. So you find a nice stretch and twist for the abdomen. Try and pull yourself away from your foot. So you lengthen up through the arm to exaggerate the twist, and then relax down. Let's come heavy with both arms. Relax, take control this time. Take your left hand. Again, really bend into your knees so you can take the outside of the right foot, and then start to draw, lengthen up that right arm towards the ceiling. If you can, just as you're pulling away from that right foot, find a bit more length. And then relax the arms down. You start to come into our sun salutations. So start to roll up one vertebra at a time. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Stay heavy. Through your torso, through your upper body, through your arms. Shoulders roll back, bring it up last. Stand nice and tall, drawing through your lower abdomen. Let's take the arms up towards the ceiling. And bring your hands into prayer to the center of the chest. Just give yourself thanks for turning up to the mat today. Hope you enjoy the next few minutes of the practice. Just blink up in your eyes if your eyes are closed, and inhale to the hands up towards the ceiling. Exhale, calm us all meet in a forward fold. Hands to shins, we come to halfway lift, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, place the hands down at the front of the mat, step the left foot back, step the right foot back, let's all meet in high plank. Forwards and back in our high plank. On the next walk forwards, we're going to start to go for some knee dips. So you're dropping your knees, you're not touching the mat, you're hovering your knees, and you're coming up. You go for 30 of these. So on my count, let's go. Just knee dips. Really hover your knees off the mat. Try not to let them touch. Got another 20 to go. So you're dropping your knees as opposed to just collapsing through your hips. It's the last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's walk the feet forwards as we all meet in downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale in. And exhale out, lengthen through the back and draw your heels towards the mat. Come up high on the heels, high on the toes, and tiptoe forward 1 inch at a time. And let's all meet in front of the mat in our forward fold. Come to halfway lift, hands to the shins. On the inhale, on the exhale, let's all come down towards the mat. On the next inhale, going all up towards the ceiling. Stand nice and tall. And exhale, bring our hands in prayer to our chest. On the inhale, lengthening up. Exhale, bend from the hips as we come and all meet in our forward fold. Hands to the shins as we roll the shoulders back. Exhale, press our hands down. Step the left foot back. Step the right foot back. Let's hold that high plank. Just rock forwards and back on the toes. 3. Just drop down to the right forearm, drop down to the left forearm, come up into a high plank, up on the right hand, up on the left hand. We're going down again to the right forearm, come down to the left forearm and holding it there. Keep your arms where they are. We're going to come into Dolphin Pose, which I think we've done before. So start to walk the feet in. So your arms still on the floor. You're walking your feet in towards the arms, lifting your bum up towards the ceiling. So it's almost like downward facing dog, but you're on your forearms here. Just embracing the shakes or wobbles. If you can take your feet any further in, then please do. We're here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's push up onto the hands as we all meet in our downward facing dog. Well done. Again, come up high on the toes and then start to draw the heels down towards the mat. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Come up high on the toes and start to tiptoe again towards the front mat. Let's all meet in that ragdoll. So nice and heavy. Give into gravity. Just come to a halfway lift, hands to our shins, roll the shoulders back, lengthen up through the back. And release down towards the mat. Just drop all the way towards the ceiling, take our prayers up towards the sky. Exhale, bring our prayer to our chest. And as we go nice and tall through the body. Exhale as we bend through the hips, just come all the way down. It's all meeting our ragdoll. Just take the hands to the shins, roll the shoulders back. Let's come up for our halfway lift. Exhale, place our hands down in front of the mat. Step our left foot back. Step our right foot back. As we all meet in high plank again. Again, rocking forwards and back on our toes. 2, 3. Let's come down again to our forearms. So forearm plank. And hold it there. For 1, 2, 3. And come into dolphin again. So again, start to walk your feet forwards. As you lift your bum towards the sky, you might be high on your toes, your tiptoes here. Just hold it here. 3, 2, 1. Start to walk your feet back again until you meet in your forearm plank. You're going to walk it in again. Just come back up to our dolphin. So walk your feet in, taking hips towards the sky. Hold it there for 3, 2, 1. Let's come back into a low plank and hold it there. So for one more, walk the feet in, walk up in dolphin for 3, 2, 1, and then push the hands into the mat as we all meet in that downward facing dog. It's good holding. Take a deep inhale in. And exhale out, you draw your heels closer towards the mat. Come up high on the toes. And again, tiptoe forward, 1 inch at a time. It's all meeting ragdoll at the front of the mat. Take the hands to the shins. Just come to a halfway lift. Exhale as you come back down. So you meet in a forward fold. Bend through the knees, take our prayer all up towards the ceiling. Try and touch the sky, be nice and tall. And bring the prayer to your chest on the exhale. Inhale to lengthen up. Exhale, we're going to bend through the hips and come all the way down. Inhale, so halfway lift, roll the shoulders back. Place your hands down. Step the left foot back. Step the right foot back. As we again meet in high plank. You know the calling here, but drop down to our forearms or forearm plank. Right forearm goes down, left forearm goes down. Drop forwards and back on the toes. Start to walk the feet in as we come up into our dolphin pose. And then hold it there for 10 breaths. If you want to level up, you can start to lift that right leg up towards the back diagonal. And then bring it down. Let's take the other side. Just lift that left leg up towards the back diagonal. You're not collapsing to your shoulders here. You're nice and high. Bring your left leg back down. And push up. As we'll meet in our downward facing dog. Come high on the toes. And tiptoe forward. Let's all meet in front of the mat in our ragdoll. Just come to a halfway lift, hands to the shins, roll the shoulders back. Exhale as we release down to our forward fold. Inhale, we'll go nice and tall through the body. Exhale, hands to prayer to the center of our chest. Inhale to go nice and tall. And exhale, bend from the hips. Let's come all the way down Bend the knees if you have to, it's all good. Take the hands to the shins to come from a halfway lift, lengthen out through the back, take the gaze just go in front of the mat. Place your hands to the front of the mat. Step the left foot back. Step the right foot back to join the left foot. It's all meeting high plank. Sort of forwards and back on the toes. We're going to go for some shoulder taps. So in high plank, we're going to take the right hand to the left shoulder and just tap it. And the left hand to the right shoulder and tap. And right to left, left to right. Keep going for about active our shoulder taps. For 1, 2, 3. Keep going. I'm counting them in my head. I'm surprised you how many we're going to do. We might have 5 more to do. We might have 10 more. Just keep going. You're keeping your body nice and parallel in your high plank. Try not to sag through your hips here. Hopefully your core switching on here. Almost there, maybe. Keep going. It's all meeting high plank. Let's bend for the elbows to come to a low plank. Push up into our upward facing dog. And then curl the toes under as we all meet in our downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale in, behind the toes, and the next start to draw your heels towards the mat. And inhale, you're taking that right leg all the way through. We're going to meet in warrior 1. So your right leg's forward, sitting inside of the right hand, your left leg is straight. Once you feel nice and grounded, you drop your left heel to the floor, your hips are facing forward, start to raise your arms up towards the sky. Take a deep inhale in, and exhale out. And again, inhale in, and exhale out. On the next inhale, just open up to warrior 2 on the right side. So it's right arm forward, left arm back. Maintain the bend in that front knee. Your left leg is straight. Try to avoid dumping into your left knee. Flip that right palm over and start to reverse it. So take the right hand up and take that left hand to the left hip. So go into our reverse warrior. Take a deep inhale in and exhale so you've got any more room to bend over. Really enjoy that stretch for your intercostal muscles. Just on the right side. And on your next breath, let's come to a side angle lunge. So taking that right elbow, sitting inside of the right thigh. So to open up through the body to the left side of the room. Take the left hand up to the sky. Either hover that right arm or take the right hand down to the mat. And use the resistance of the leg against the elbow. Just to find a bit of space into your right hip. As you push your knee into your elbow. And then just a switch on the core here. Take that right arm up and just lengthen it forwards towards the front of the room. And take that left arm as if you're holding a giant beach ball towards the front of the room. You're really switching on through your abs here. Hold it for 3, for 2, for 1. Let's bring the hands down towards the mat. Step that right foot back to join the left. We're going to come into side plank. First, let's take the modified side plank. So drop that right knee and the right shin. Drop your left heel to the mat. Place your right hand in the middle of the mat and start to open up the body towards the left side of the room. Take the left hand nice and tall. This one's putting you up to the sky. Take your gaze up or take your gaze down, back towards the mat. We're here for 5 breaths. If you want to come to the full expression, start to lengthen out through that right leg. Place that left leg on top of the right leg. So you come into the full version of side plank. To level up one more, come to start plank by lifting that left leg up. That really switches on the core. And then let's cuddle the hands down as you all meet in high plank. Come down to low plank. Push up into our upward facing dog. We have our knees come off the mat. Curl the toes under as we meet in downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale in and exhale out. Let's take the left side. So the left leg comes all the way through the body. Place that left foot inside that left hand. Left out through that right leg. Once we're nice and stable, feel grounded onto the mat. Let's come up onto our, lift the torso up off the thigh. Let's all meet in warrior one. Once you feel grounded, start to lift the arms up towards the ceiling. Again, try and draw through your lower belly here. You want an anterior tilt of your pelvis. So try and avoid sticking your bum out. Tilt your hips forward. Stay nice and tall for your torso. So we'll find ourselves in warrior one. Hold it here for 2 more breaths. Again, really find engagement in your core here. And on the next breath, let's all open up into warrior two on the other side. This time it's right arm back, left arm forward. Maintain that bend in that left knee. And that right leg is nice and straight. On your next breath, flip the palm over. And start to seesaw it up. And take that right hand to your right hip. To come up and over. To come to reverse warrior. So this time we'll find a stretch down the left side of the body. Hold it for 2 more breaths. And 1 more. On your next breath, let's start to bring that left elbow up and sit that left elbow inside of that left thigh. So come into side angle lunge. On this side, so we start to open the body up towards the right side of the room. Just lift that right hand up towards the sky. Maybe take your left hand towards the floor if it reaches. And again, just use the resistance of the left knee this time against your left arm. Just find a nice stretch in your hip whilst we're here. Maybe now start to hold that left arm forwards. Take the right arm forwards as well. So we're holding that giant beach ball. And here for 5 breaths. It's in a side angle lunge, but your arms are hovering. You're really cooking to that beach ball. For 2, for 1. Just bring the hands down towards the mat. Step the left foot all the way back to meet the right foot. As we all meet in high plank. This time we're dropping the left knee and the left shin. Place that left hand in the middle of the mat. Drop your right heel as we all come into modified side plank. To start with, start to lift that right arm up towards the sky. Take your gaze up. Take your gaze down towards your left hand. We're here for 5 breaths. Again, if you want to level up, let's come to full expression. So lengthen that through that left leg and place that right foot on top of the left foot. Nice banana shape for your body. So someone's pulling you up for your hips. And to come to star plank, let's start to lift that right leg up off the left. Really working the core here. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. And let's all meet in high plank. Just keep holding. Walk forwards and back on the toes. 2, 3, and next walk forwards. It's all meet in low plank. Let's push up into our upward facing dog. Curl the toes under as we meet in downward facing dog. Take 2 more breaths here. 1 more. From here, let's roll forwards into a high plank. So your hands stacked underneath your shoulders and go for shoulder taps again. So right hand to left shoulder. Let's go. Left hand to right shoulder and try and speed it up. We're going at our own pace, but try and speed it up at a point you know is comfortable, but you're at your edge and you're really working your core here. Keep going. Got another 30 seconds or 1 minute. Not quite sure yet. Just keep going. You're maintaining your high plank. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start to walk the hands back towards the feet as we again meet in a downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale in and exhale out. For your next breath, let's take that right leg all the way through as we come to warrior one legs again. Let's lift the torso up off the right thigh. Maybe shorten the stance between your legs here and lengthen out through your right leg. We're going to come to Trikonasana pose, triangle pose. So your right foot's pointing forwards, your left foot's pointing towards 10 o'clock. Just lengthen out through both arms. Really try and stretch as far as you can forward. When you can't go any further, start to drop that right arm and open up your body to triangle pose. Your left arm is up towards the sky. Both legs are straight. And your right hand sits just inside of your right foot. Again, maybe want to lift that right arm up and face it forwards. So you're holding a super huge beach ball here. Getting your work in the core. Let's come up. Curl or move your right foot in. So we're going to come into a very quick back bend, just to balance out between the back and the abs. So both feet are facing forward now. We'll have a sideways across the mat. Place your hands on either hip. Inhale to shine your chest up towards the sky. And exhale, start to bend from the hips. So you're not pushing your bum back. You're just bending straight down from your hips. Keep your back nice and straight. And then just go to your edge. So try not to collapse all the way down. If you've got a block, you want to put your hands on a block, please feel free to do so. Or a book. Also finding a nice stretch and length through our hamstrings here. It's a really good stretch for any runners or cyclists, or if you've been working at your desk all week. Start to lengthen out through the hamstrings. Let's take one more breath as you inhale in and exhale out. On your next breath, let's come to a halfway lift. So just lengthen out through your back. And let's come all the way up towards the top. Step forward to the front of the mat. Let's take our hands all up towards the ceiling. On the inhale, on the exhale, bend for the hips as we come all the way down. Let's take our hands to a halfway lift. Roll the shoulders back. Let's step back into our high plank. So we're going to meet in high plank. Drop down to the right forearm, drop down to the left forearm. We're rocking forwards and back here. On your next walk forwards, you're going to lift that left leg, the right leg up off the mat. So on forearm plank, balancing on your back toes, and then drop the right foot and then switch sides. Lift that left leg up, really engage through your core. You're nice and straight. And drop your left foot. Start to walk your toes up towards your face as we all come into Dolphin Pose. Take a deep inhale in and exhale out. We're just holding it here for a few breaths in Dolphin. Really push your elbows into the mat so you're not collapsing to your shoulders. On your next breath, push your hands into your mat. As you all meet again in our downward facing dog. This time you're going to take that left leg all the way through as we come to warrior one legs on the left side. Once you've been nice and stable and grounded, start to lift the torso up off the left thigh. Let's come to warrior one. And start to lengthen out through your left leg, maybe shorten the stance again. The gap between your left and your right foot. You're still in warrior one legs, and then lengthen out for your left leg as you shortly come into Trikonasana triangle pose. So again, take your right arm back this time, your left arm forwards, Really reach as far as you can. Force that left hand. Try and touch the front of the room. When you can't get any further, start to seesaw the hands down. Take your left hand down and the right arm up towards the ceiling. So your left hand is sitting just inside of that left foot. Just enjoy Trikonasana here. Just level up to bring more engagement to the core. Just start to lift that left hand up off the floor and then float it forward. So hold on to this giant beach ball as we're facing the right side of the room. And slowly start to come up and turn and face you. This time you're going to turn your left foot in. So your left foot is coming in. You're in that wide-legged position. Just go as far as you can. That is comfortable. Then place your hands on your hips. Inhale to lengthen up. Exhale, bend from the hips. You start to come down towards the floor. On this occasion, we're going to take the right hand and start to walk both hands over towards the left foot. Go as far as you can, as far as your body can allow. If it's there for you to use your right hand to grab your left foot, then use your right hand to grab the outside of the left foot while still on the mat. And then with the left hand, lift the left hand up towards the sky. So you're coming to a nice twist on this side. And then start to just use the grip and the resistance to pull your body away. You create a nice stretch as well for your left hamstring here. I'm not necessarily an expert at the anatomy, but I'm really just trying to feel into the pose. Feel where my muscles are engaged. Start to bring that left hand down, release the grip, and start to walk the hands over towards the other side. So this time, you're making a go for taking that left hand. You're trying to wrap it around the outside of the right foot. If it's not quite there for you, feel free to take the left hand to the right shin. If that's more convenient, that's your edge. Once you've got it, start to draw the right arm up towards the side, up towards the ceiling. You can take your gaze up towards the right hand and release the neck and look at the mat. You can try and start to pull away from your right shin and then release both hands back down towards center. Let's come up again for a halfway lift. So lengthen up through the back and on the next breath, come all the way up. We'll meet again at the front of the mat. On the inhale, take the arms up towards the ceiling. On the exhale, bend from the hips. Let's come all the way down. Inhale, take the hands to the shins, roll the shoulders back, just come from a halfway lift. Exhale, place the hands down, step the left foot back. Step the right foot back, just on the left foot. We're in our high plank here. We're going to go for some ankle taps from here. So from high plank, we're going to take, not ankle taps, taking the right knee to the left elbow. So we're crossing over the body. So right knee to left elbow, and coming back. And left knee to right elbow, and coming back. And 2, 3. Again, keep going at your own pace. So opposite knee to opposite elbow. But maintain your high plank here. So really work the sides of your core here. I'm getting tired, which is why I'm talking a lot less. Let's go for 5 more on each side. 3, 2, 1. This will be in high plank. Come down to low plank. Push up into upward facing dog. Curl the toes under. Let's come into our downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale in and exhale out. Inhale in and exhale out. Come behind the toes. And you tiptoe forward as far as you can. Engage through the core. It's all meeting ragdoll at the front of the mat. I'm going to take a interlace of our big toes. So our feet are hip distance apart. Just using our 2-piece fingers. Just grab the underside of our big toes. On the inhale, lengthen up, creating length for your back. And on the exhale, start to bring your chest towards your shins. Use the interlace of the fingers to create a bit of resistance. Engagement down the back side of your legs. Maybe engage your quad muscles to find a bit more space for your hamstrings. As you know, they act in the opposite to each other. So engage the quad, really turn them on, and find room in your hamstring here. And on the next breath, just release out. Bend through the knees. Let's come to a halfway lift. Hands to shins, roll the shoulders back. And exhale, come back down towards the mat. I'm going to bend into the knees. And come into a seated position. Come lying on your backs. Place my towel on the mat. My back's a bit wet, a bit sweaty. So come lying on your backs. In corpse pose, in that Shavasana position. Just notice your heartbeat here. See if it's calm, see if it's still beating a bit quickly. If your eyes are closed, start to blink them open. On the next inhale, I'm going to start to raise both legs up towards the ceiling. Just interlace your hands behind both hamstrings. See if your knees are bent here, then you've got tight hamstrings. I was like that a few years ago. So maybe in a couple of weeks we'll do some exercise for the hamstrings. But if you can, just lengthen out through your legs, curl your toes in towards your face. Feel as if you're supporting the ceiling through the soles of your feet. Relax your hands back down towards the mat. And from here, we're going to start to bring both legs down to 45 degrees. And then hold it there. You can really feel as you're pushing out through the heels. Curling your feet towards your face. Holding for 3, for 2, for 1. Slowly start to bring your legs down. Keep it off the mat. We'll hover on the feet. 2 inches off the mat for 3, for 2, for 1. Come back up to 45 degrees. We're holding here for 3, for 2, for 1. Come back up towards the top. Again, we're supporting the ceiling here with the soles of our feet. Pushing up through the heels. Curling the toes in towards our face. Holding for 3, 2, for 1. Let's bring the legs all the way down and hover off the mat. 2 inches off the mat. I'm not touching the mat. We're hovering for 3, for 2, for 1. Let's come back up. And keep it there for 3, for 2, for 1. Let's get to 45 degrees. Let's keep it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go all the way up. And keep it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down and hover it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Release the legs back down to the mat. Take a deep inhale in and exhale out. Just roll your head from left to right here. Start to bring your knees in towards your chest. As we did at the beginning, just massage out through the lower back. Just start by going clockwise and then anti-clockwise. Start to massage out through the length of the spine. Just walk up, hover your feet off the mat and then back. Let's take another 2 of these at your own pace. And on the third one, You can still coming up for our boat pose. Since you've really worked the core, got a lot of strength in the core now, so you can hold this for a bit longer. Lengthen that through the back. Once you feel nice and engaged, release your hands and place your hands either side of your body. I'm going to go for a boat twist. So if your legs still parallel to the floor, take your right arm forwards and try and touch your toes, and then come back towards center. Let's reverse it and take the other side. Take your left hand, try and touch your toes. Take your body over to the right side of the room. Come back towards center. Take the grip underneath your hamstrings and rock and roll. For 1, for 2, for 3 on the third one. Come back up towards boat pose. Then your shins are parallel with the mat. Nice and tall on your glutes. Release the grip. Again, try and touch your toes, your right hand, whilst facing the left side of the room. Hold it for 3, for 2, for 1, and other side. Left hand to toes for 3, for 2, for 1. Take your hands underneath your hamstrings and rock and roll. 1, 2. On your next rock up, let's all meet again in boat pose. From the boat, your shins parallel. Feel free to take your legs straight. Let's all go to low boat. Stay nice and high off the shoulders. Your feet hold off the ground. Holding it for 3, for 2, for 1, and release down. Release yourself back down towards the mat. Bring the soles of your feet towards the mat. See if you can just scrape the back of your heels. And I'm going to bring lift the soles of the feet off the mat. Bring the legs, the shins that are parallel with the mat. And then use your hands. Take your hands to the respective knees. So your hands are nice and flat. Your knees are just pressing into your hands. From here, start to lengthen out through your right leg. Don't move your right hand. Your right leg goes nice and straight, and then bring it back towards your right hand. And the same for the other foot. Other leg, left leg goes straight, bring it back towards your left hand. And let's take the right side again. Bring it back. Left side, bring it back. Remember, you're up off your shoulders here. And left side. And right side. And left side. Let's hold it there for 3, for 2, for 1. Let's see if you can push both legs up so they're straight, pointing towards 45 degrees. Holding for 3, for 2, for 1. And then bring them back to the hands. And then bring the soles of your feet back down. And relax your shoulders back down towards the mat. Again, just massage out across the base of your spine, against the base of your skull here, sorry. Massage out. This time I'm going to take our feet together and place our knees apart as we come into Baddha on their legs. So I'm going to go for some butterfly crunches here. So take that gum position with your hands. So interlace through the fingers and point your 2 index fingers together. I'm just going to try and come up, lifting the torso up off the mat, lift your shoulders up, and you're just pulsing in between your legs. So let's go. 1, 2, it's crunch. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep going. Just breathe into this as you come up. Just breathe in. On your next hold up, your next one, just keep it high. We're just holding. 10, 9. Your shoulders are nice and high off the mat. If they're not, try and see if you can reach any further forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your head and your shoulders back down. You can just massage that through the base of your skull again. Look into your left, look into your right. So we can finish up by taking some regular crunches. So bring your knees together. Again, the soles of your feet flat on the mat. So the interlace of your hands behind your skull. And start to crunch up for a minute here. So remember to keep your shoulders high off the mat. And let's go. I'm counting. Don't worry, I've got to count. 7, 8, 9, 10. Feel as if I can hear one or two of you saying this is a bit easy. So maybe we'll go for 2 minutes instead. Remember to keep nice and high off the shoulders so you can really feel the crunch taking effect. 30 seconds gone. Let's keep going. I'm really feeling this like you are. Hopefully you're feeling it. 40 seconds. 50 seconds. Almost halfway. And halfway, just hold it here. So you're high off the shoulders, you're staying high in your crunch. Keep holding, keep holding, keep holding. You're not feeling a burn, so you can go any higher with the shoulders off the mat. Keep holding. And let's continue. So the crunches are coming. Every time you breathe in, feel as if you're taking oxygen to your lower abdomen, to your sides. Another 50 seconds to go. Another 40 seconds. Another 30 seconds and hold it high. Let's hold it here. Stop crunching for a second. Let's hold it here for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep going for the last 30 seconds now. Almost there. Another 20 seconds to go. For the last 10, let's go really slowly. So 10, hold, and come down. You're still high off the mat. Let's come up for 9, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're nice and high off your shoulders. Hold it for 3, for 2, for 1. Relax your shoulders back down towards the mat. Place your arms either side of your body. You're still on the soles of your feet. Your knees point towards the ceiling. Almost there. Can make that almost penultimate ab exercise. Let's take an interlace of the hands behind the base of the skull. Lift your shins up so your shins are parallel to the mat. And we'll go for opposite elbow to opposite knee. And with the other leg, we're going to go straight to a 45-degree angle. So first start by taking your right elbow to your left knee, left lat through your right leg, and then come back. This time, left elbow to right knee, left lat through your left leg to 45 degrees, hold it, and let's come back. And up again, right elbow to left knee, left lat through your right leg, and let's come back. Left elbow to right knee, left lat through your left leg, And back we come. Nice and slow, these ones. Right elbow to left knee. Left hand through your right leg to 45 degrees. Up off the shoulders. And let's come back. Left elbow to right knee. Left leg goes nice and straight. And back we come. Almost there, but not quite. Right elbow to left knee. Left hand through the right leg. Back we come. Left elbow to right knee. Left hand for your left leg. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. Let's come back down towards the mat. Well done. Let's take the feet together and the knees apart. Come into Baddha Konasana their legs. Lengthen out through your arms to take your arms up and over your head as you stretch out through the abs. Find a bit of release. Start to bring your knees in, take your hands, and just clasp around the front of your knees. Massage out for your lower back, first clockwise, and then anti-clockwise. For the last one, legs getting all the way up towards the ceiling. And go for some pulses, trying to touch our toes. So you take your hands to your chest, and then come up to your toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you're not touching your toes, then please feel free to go for your shins. But the key thing is to come up off your shoulders here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend into the knees. Bring your legs back down towards the mat. And nice and long through your body. Just to finish up, I'm going to come into a Viparita Karani. So if you've got a block, I always like to put a block underneath my lower back here. If you haven't got a block or a tall book, just go higher the legs. Viparita Karani is a nice inversion. You've got the blood flowing from your legs all the way down towards your hips. And then just providing some nice oxygen to your abdomen here. It's not pulsing here, just keeping the legs nice and high and reversing the blood flow. Start to bring that left leg back down towards the mat. Bend into the right knee. Just find some movement with that right knee as you wind it up clockwise. Just find the juicy parts of your hip here. If you find a nice little stretch, just hold it. Let's come to a supine twist. So the left hand's going on the outside of the right knee. We're going up and over towards the left side of the room. So again, if your knee doesn't touch the floor, it's all good. You can feel free to use a block or a tall book or just hover. If your knee is going to the floor, it's all good as well. Just place the left hand on the outside, you're not forcing it down, just a bit of resistance against the right knee. And take your gaze over towards the right side. Embracing any clicks or pops you might hear. Experiencing your lower back, just air releasing. Oh, ow. Start to bring that right knee back. Just hug it in one more time. And then lengthen it out. Let's take the other side. So this time, I'm pulling in the left knee. Start going clockwise, just finding the juicy spots in your left hip. Feel free to hold it once you've got a nice spot. Embrace that stretch. And then this time, take the right hand on the outside of the left knee. And start to draw it up and over the body towards the right side of the room. Take your gaze over towards the left side. So come to supine twist on this side. And let's bring that left knee back. Take one more hug in. Let's come into a Shavasana. So release the Ujjayi breath. Lengthen out through your neck. Let the floor just support you here. Close your eyes just for a couple of minutes, 1 minute or so, to come to stillness before we get ready for the rest of the day. Start to find movement in your body. Shake out your fingers and your toes. Again, just move your head from left to right. Start to draw your knees into your chest. And roll forward as you come into a seated position. Just to finish up, come into a sitting on your block, or just come to a regular cross-legged. Come up onto your knees. Just finish up. Let's just take our hands to our third eye. I pray to our third eye. And just thank yourselves for walking up today at 12:30. And thanks for supporting one another virtually. And wish everyone an amazing Sunday and a fantastic week ahead. Thank you. Lunchtime. Time to sleep as well. All done. So we're a little bit over. A couple minutes. Thank you for rocking up. I needed that stretch. I was quite tired after a bit of exercise yesterday. But yeah, thanks again for supporting. This is Akwaaba Yoga. Please hit the like button if you can, and feel free to share. Again, all these classes are free. If you do want to make a donation, there is a link on the main page to the Royal Marsden Cancer Charity. But otherwise, just share the love. Hope everyone is good. Nice one, D-Man. That was tough, but good. Yeah, not as tough as your runs and Monica's runs. Mate, if you were to ever start a running club, I might have to pass one up. You guys are pretty epic. Thanks as always, B. Kenny Sykes for tuning in, Queen P. If you watch this back on replay and can listen to your body, feel free to use any part of the session. You have to do it all in one go. But yeah, have a great Sunday, and I'll be back next week with a regular flow. I'm going to put some more black coffee, so for any of you non-house heads, be converted. Anyway, have a great Sunday. Take care.